So rose flowers, hibiscus flowers, and crops on our farms are plants. On the other hand, dogs, monkeys, and lions are animals. Plants and animals are all living organisms, and living organisms have similar characteristics that enable us to classify them. So here's what we're going to do in this lesson. We're going to learn about the classification of living organisms. Classification basically entails arranging or grouping things. For example, we neatly arrange books in our library. On bookshelves, books may be neatly arranged based on their color, subjects, authors, or titles. Biological classification entails grouping organisms based on similar origins, structures, and features. Taxonomy is the branch of biology which identifies, describes, and/or classifies all living organisms. Here's a quick fact. Scientists that study taxonomy are called taxonomists. The word taxonomy is derived from two words. The first is taxa, and the second is nomia. The word taxa, which is basically the plural of taxon, means arrangement, whereas nomia means method. Combining these two words gives the word taxonomy. So we can also describe taxonomy as the method of arranging and classifying living organisms. Many years ago, an ancient Greek philosopher named Aristotle lived between 384 and 322 BC, and he was one of the first individuals who attempted to classify living things. Many centuries later, a Swedish scientist called Carolus Linnaeus classified living organisms and came up with the 7 hierarchical classification system, which is the present method of naming and classifying living organisms. Carolus Linnaeus is known as the father of taxonomy, and the 7 hierarchies in his classification are kingdom, phylum, class, order, family, genus, and species. The kingdom is the highest group and is the most elaborate division. Linnaeus named 2 kingdoms, the plant kingdom and the animal kingdom. However, from research by scientists over time, we have seen that there are other kingdoms. So let me give you all the kingdoms. We have kingdom Animalia, kingdom Plantae, Protista, fungi, and Monera. This is the 5 kingdom classification. Humans and other animals belong to the kingdom Animalia, while plants belong to kingdom Plantae. Next on the hierarchy is phylum. Animals or plants with similar features are grouped under the same phylum. For example, animals with notochords are grouped under the phylum Chordata, and they are called chordates. A notochord is a flexible, rod-like structure made of cartilage. The notochord is a defining feature of all chordates. Now let's move a level down. A phylum splits into classes, and each class divides into orders. Orders divide into various families. Families split into genera, that's plural for genus, and lastly, genera divide into several species. Now let's consider a very simple example. Let's classify the domestic dog, the kind you see wandering around your neighborhood. Domestic dogs belong to the kingdom Animalia and the phylum Chordata because they have notochords. They belong to the class Mammalia. Mammalia is a class of animals that give birth to young ones alive, puppies in this case. Going further below, they belong to the order Carnivora and are of the family Canidae because of their well-developed canine teeth. Then, they belong to the genus Canis and the species familiaris. Let's do a quick recap of what we've learned. We have learned how living things are classified based on the 7 hierarchical classification system. Let's list them out again. Kingdom, phylum, class, order, family, genus, and species. Keep learning, and I'll see you soon.